Energy Analysis by
Kiara Renier
and Nicole St.Marie.
With all the recent events in the world, no one has really stopped and looked at our environment. Our Earth currently contains 7.4 billion people and it is rapidly increasing. With more and more people inhabiting the Earth, our environment is slowly starting to vanish. More and more businesses are going up all over the world. What most people see coming out of those businesses is good, but what the environment sees, that's another question. Households are actually doing the same thing. How we power our houses, cars, and live our lives, most people aren't doing it very efficiently.
The United States has always been one of the highest in the world for energy consumption. If we look at the big picture, the people of the U.S. make up 5% of the whole world's population, but we consume about 24% of the world's energy. Now let's break it down by population and energy consumption. This chart shows that more and more countries are starting to consume a larger amount of energy than the amount of people that live within that country.
The United States is slowly starting to catch up to China. The United States is 9,158,960 kilometers square, and China is 9,326,410, which is a 1-to-1 ratio. As of 2012, the United States was at 314 million people and China was at 1,350 million people, which is a ratio of 1-to-4. With energy consumption, the United States was at 16,389 million barrels of oil, and China was at 18,256 million barrels of oil, which is a 8-to-9 ratio. Now here's the shocking part. Energy per capita, or per person. America was at 52.2 barrels of oil, and China was at 13.5 barrels. That is a ratio of 1-to-4. That means that Americans are using way more energy than they need.
Why is America 38.7% higher than China? Well, what we do in our houses and businesses is what is affecting the energy consumption. By building bigger homes, we are using more energy because we have to plug in more and more appliances, and not energy-saving ones. Take the price of gas, with it going down, more people are turning up the heat in their houses and driving more instead of saving their money. As we get into our colder months, we are cranking up the heater to stay warm instead of putting multiple blankets on. Once we get hot, we are opening up windows and going in and out of our houses more often. The heat is going out of our house, so the heater has to work twice as hard to pump heat out. Things like this don't just happen in the winter months. It also happens during the summer. When it gets over 80 degrees, at least in Oregon, we tend to lower our house temperature down to a good 65 degrees. By doing this, we raise our energy bills, which means we raise our energy consumption.
Now what can we do to be more energy efficient? Insulation should be improved if you don't have a newer house. With bad insulation, you could let heat out during the winter, which will raise your energy bill and also be harmful to the environment. You can also replace your windows because they too let warm air out during the winter and cooler air out during the summer. Double pane windows are better than single pane. One of the easiest ways to be more energy efficient is to replace your light bulbs. We have been hearing this ever since we can remember, but it really does make a difference. Most of you won't like this, but don't overuse your appliances. By appliances, we don't just mean microwaves, toasters, and radios. We mean computers, video game consoles, and unplugged phone chargers when not in use. By doing all of these things, it might not put a dent in energy consumption, but it can make a ripple effect. Once one person starts, more people will catch on.